All right, it is Mr. Kuchma with an announcement video to everyone from my grade 9s coming into grade 10 all the way to my grade 12s. I've got a bunch of information. I've written it down here, starting with HCoast Connect. I've got kind of 4 points for everyone, and then all the way to starting summer courses, which would be for grade 9s and 11s. So I'm kind of just going to go through this 1 point at a time. There's something here for you to listen to know about. So let's get started. Number one, I want to talk to you guys about HCoast Connect. This is an in-person grad event, but it's actually open from kindergarten to grade 12. So if you didn't know about it, this is happening next Monday. Okay, so I'm sending this today, and if you have not heard about it, if you've not signed up, I want you to sign up if possible. Obviously, some of you guys don't live close by, but there's a registration for parents, and there's a registration for kids. Okay, so I'll help it with the registration afterwards, but let me just go to the overview. So there's a part, I'm actually going to be there all day, so there's like a teacher part to the start. But you have like a kid drop off. So kids will have like a separate day to this, and then parents will have a separate day. Our keynote speakers are Kim and Darlene Unruh. Kim had worked with my wife for a number of years through the Pregnancy Care Center here in Kelowna, and they're personal friends. So everything that they say is super amazing. They definitely focus on like parenting, relationships, counseling, and all that kind of stuff. They've been pastors in the past. So they're leading 4 stages of parenting, and then Karen Rowick, who is our middle school kind of like principal, is leading a session. I am leading a session that will be basically about tips and tricks for the grad program. This is where you can come and ask a million questions to me, and it'll be great. You can tell that there's there's calm parenting and harmony at homeschool. So there's other awesome sessions for families with younger kids. But as I'm your grad advisor, I'm talking about the grad ones. They're going to have a dinner offered there, so there is a break. But then I'm also going to be doing a session later at night. And Kim and Darlene are talking about 1,000 conversations, definitely leading, talking about relationships and intimacy and all that kind of stuff. So definitely an awesome one for anyone who's got high school level kids. So that's all of you guys. Now, for parents, it is pretty straightforward. You fill out a registration form and you let us know how many kids are coming and what you're going to be doing for dinner. You can go off-site. You could go to Costco and do some shopping and get a Costco dinner, or you can stay on-site and get a dinner there instead. And then there is a separate registration for students. So you can talk about which students you're going to be coming to, and the session that you're going to be going to is the grad one. I'm going to be bringing a Nintendo Switch with 8 controllers, and we're going to have Super Smash Bros. Set up. We're bringing Crib and Settlers of Catan, I'm looking over, Dutch Blitz. So we're going to have a bunch of card games, fun stuff. So if you're just wanting to come and hang out and meet other people that are also in the grad program, it could be a great spot for you. So definitely select the grade 9 to 12, grade 9 to 12, grade 9 to 12 every single time you're setting up for the older kids. If you've got younger kids, then that's fine. So that is HCoast Connect. The next one is about May. If you have a course and it is not activated, meaning you have not started it, and it is May 3rd, it is going to be withdrawn. Because that's the Friday. On Monday, May 6th, this is the um, first day of the upcoming school year. So the 2024-2025 school year actually starts on that Monday, which is, I think that's what, like 2 weeks away. So in 2 weeks, the next school year starts, and you can actually start taking summer courses. So I'm giving you a bit of a prelude to that. I'll talk about that near to the end. Now, another thing that happens around the end of the school year is we are looking for nominations for students in awards. So I'm going to go to the service awards. Actually, there's a whole page about student awards in Sophie. So we have honor roll and principals list, but that's like automatically done. It's not something that you apply for. We have character awards that teachers nominate students on. And then we have service awards. And service awards are student nominated. So you actually have to nominate yourself. And you can see there are some like minimum requirements. In high school, we want to see at least 20 hours. And we need to receive these submissions by May 15th. So, if you are involved in service in some capacity, you can see the form is here. You have to talk about how many hours. You have to like verify that you've been working somewhere, and you have to write a quick write up about what that is. But we would love to know. I would love to know that you are super involved at your church, or super involved in some sort of community endeavor. That's awesome. I would love to just take note of it and then have you apply for this, because I would love for you to get it. How awesome to receive recognition from HCoast that you are doing something amazing. So even parents, you could kind of nominate your kid or get your kid to submit if you know that they are doing something amazing. So that's for everyone. As well, you guys, it is April 22nd, which means the school year is coming to an end. And so whenever you log into Brightspace to see your courses, you will see the Student Support Center link over here on the right. So if there is, something that you're struggling with in school right now, struggling to finish up math or science or English or careers or science or whatever it might be, there is help available, and all you have to do is click on a link here, and you might have to wait, a week or 2 weeks to get that booking, but to start working on whatever you have in front of you and then meeting with them afterwards, that can be a huge benefit. So just keep that in mind. Student Support Center, available for everyone. Now, only for grade 10 to 12s, I also want to let you guys know that they are looking for yearbook entries. This was posted to Brightspace, so everyone should have received this, but I just want to personally encourage you guys to submit any photos that you guys have. We are making a yearbook for the first time this year, and for the first year it is only for high school students, for grade 10 to 12. So grade 9s, sorry, hopefully next year you can submit all your pictures. But if you're in grade 12, you can look back even to like 3 years ago. If you have any awesome pictures from that, I am submitting pictures myself because I teach at a CC+, so I've got CC+ pictures. I've done learning camps and learning clubs, so I went downhill mountain biking. I've got some downhill mountain biking photos. I teach synchronous classes, so I've taken like group shots of our class and I'm submitting those. But if you went on, any of our school trips, those are amazing. I bumped into one of my students who's from the Kootenays in Walmart. They were visiting Kelowna to do some grad shopping, and I bumped into her, and we were both wearing HCoast sweaters, and we took a picture together, grinning from ear to ear, and that's going into the yearbook. So, and like other awesome ones, any work experience that you're doing. Some of you guys are taking music courses. Some of you guys are taking woodworking courses. Some of you guys are taking work experience courses, or like anything under the sun, fitness and conditioning courses, outdoor ed courses. If you have a picture of you doing something awesome, submit it. If you're involved in church and you've got some pictures, submit it. All those types of things, they'd love it. So on Brightspace, there's a spot to submit it. I'll also include the link in my email to you guys, so you can submit photos if you'd like. So that's for grade 10 to 12s. Real quick, just for grade 10s, I wrote this wrong. Grade 10s, you have to write, in grade 10, if you are pursuing the regular Dogwood, you need to do your numeracy and literacy assessments in grade 10. Now, there was a time to write them in November, in January, and in April. Those have all passed. But if you have not written them yet, you still have one last session in June. You will get a sign-up sheet for it in May, and it'll come, the email won't come from me, it's going to come from Kaylee Mormer. That's how you say your last name. Sorry, Kaylee, if that's wrong. But that is something that you have to do for this year. Grade 12s, if you have not written your Literacy 12 assessment, then you have to sign up for that one in June. I think most of you have already written it, so that's awesome, grade 12s. But yeah, that's that. So 2 more things on my list. Grade 11 and 12s. This is pretty exciting. This is the first time this has ever happened. We have an event happening. I'll kind of zoom in here. It's a grad event hosted by homeschoolers up in the North Okanagan. So this is like the Vernon area, Armstrong area. And they are hosting like a formal dinner photo game. Like, it's going to be a really fun evening, and tickets are $20 for if you're with HCoast. There's going to potentially be a couple of non-HCoast, like people's like friends and stuff that want to come to this. But it is a grad banquet. This is not HCoast Grad. So we have a completely separate grad program, grad event happening. That's not what this is. Okay, so we have our own grad happening in Kelowna in June. We have another grad happening in Langley, 2 Fridays back to back. That's not what this is. This is just a separate thing that if you are close to the area, you can go to. So I live in Kelowna, so I Googled where the spot is, and to get to the Faith Mission Retreat Center, it looks like it's 1 hour and 9 minutes from me. So if you live in Kelowna or West Kelowna, it might be a little bit further than that. But if you're in the Armstrong, Enderby, Falkland, Kamloops area, it's not that far. So you could easily come to this event. As far as I know, I don't have anything happening on May 17th. So I'm pretty sure that I can even make it myself. And I think it'll just be a fun event. I have been invited, and the invitation is open for any grade 11 or grade 12 at HCoast. If you can't afford the $20, let me know. I'll probably buy you a ticket. I'd love for you to come if you have the ability to. And that leads up to my very last point. This video is going to be 15 minutes, I'm sorry. But the very last thing is that the school year, the 2024-2025 school year, is starting in like 2 weeks, on May 6th. So if you are wanting to get a jump start on anything, if you're working over the summer and you want to get work experience credit, I can add that for you early. If you're a grade 9 coming into grade 10 and you're wanting to get a start on like a careers course or a PE course, we can do that. If you're a grade 11 wanting to get a jump start on any grade 12 course, if you're a grade 10 student wanting to get a jump start on anything in grade 11, I have the ability to do that. So feel free to book times with me for course selection, and that's for anyone from grades 9 to 11, for course selection for next year. It's a really exciting time, that, you know, one school year is finishing and a whole other school year is beginning, and so I give you encouragement, and I hope that you have the strength to have a strong finish to the school year. But blessings, I will call it quits here. And I hope to chat with you soon and to see many of you face to face at either Connect, at either the formal event, and then for all you grade 12s at the graduation ceremony. So take care and talk to you soon.